Botanicals, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for being here. Today is part of our spring, summer fling trends with makeup, skincare. This whole week is all about what's new and what's coming up and what to look for this coming up summer and spring. So make sure you stay tuned. Today we're talking all about skincare ingredients. Before we get started, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. All right, you guys, there's quite a list of new or semi-new, quasi-new ingredients to look for in skincare for summer and spring, and my hunch is that it will kind of go into the remaining of the year. Some of these we have actually already talked about. And I really, though, you're gonna see the reason why I know you guys asked for this and I usually do these types of videos is because you're gonna see a bunch of cosmetic companies coming out and saying, ooh, we have this in here, we have this in here. It is definitely a marketing situation where they're trying to get you to buy new products because of these ingredients, but a lot of these ingredients have been around for a very long time, but they're just being reintroduced in different types of products and percentages. And they're really great for summer and spring because a lot of them are hydrating, moisturizing, plumping, so all things summer and spring. All right, let's talk about the first one. See Buckthorn Oil. This has been, if you check your ingredients, I guarantee you this product is in a lot of them. I have all my notes here, so bear with me. This oil has the potential to regenerate, rejuvenate skin, heal sun damage, which is obviously great for summer, irritated, dry, itchy skin, aging skin, and it is, though I will say, fantastic for rosacea-prone skin because it is so healing. It is so soothing, but it is already in a lot of your products. I think the best way to do this is with an actual oil. Herbivore makes a beautiful sea buckthorn oil. I will probably try my best to list as many products below that contain these ingredients for you. But you can also go to your nearest, health food store and they have it just pure, or they have it like mixed into a couple different oils, and you can add that into your moisturizer at night. Number two, jojoba oil. I mean, this has been around for ages and ages and ages and ages. It is rich with vitamins E and B, which are fantastic. It hydrates the skin. It has the potential to repair the skin. It's another calming oil or ingredient. It also is an anti-inflammatory. It is perfect for anybody that has rosacea-prone skin. And it is a beautiful carrier oil. So you can add anything you want to into jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is very similar to the sebum that we already produce in our skin, so our skin is already ready to receive it. This again is going to be in a ton of your products already. If you look, it is already going to be in your ingredients. But again, this is another one, just like sea buckthorn oil, I think really needs to be delivered in an oil form. You can, again, go find it just by itself at your health food store. Add it into your moisturizer at night and you're gonna get all the benefits of this amazing oil. But that's just the best way, I think, to get it, is just to buy it separately, and it's inexpensive, and you can, again, it's readily available. All right, for the third one, it's Tranzamic Acid. Now, you have barely heard of this ingredient. We have talked about it before, but you are going to be hearing about it way more. Reasons being the following. It is a powerhouse for anything dealing to do with pigmentation. It can be combined with retinol, it can be combined with vitamin C, hyaluronic acid. It is very gentle on the skin, but if you are starting to use this, if you're sensitive, I would work my way up with this ingredient. Now, again, I'm going to share with you a bunch of different ones in the description box, but Skin Medica has it in one of their serums, but it's very expensive. My favorite one, though, is either you're getting it in your Curology, because they can use that, because that's in mine, but also the Good Molecules Discoloration Correction Serum. This is fantastic because it has 2% of this acid. It also has niacinamide in it, so you're getting your niacinamide. You can use this day and night. That's probably best if you're dealing with pigmentation of any kind, is to make sure you're using it day or night. Make sure you always follow up with a moisturizer because it can cause a tiny bit of dryness to the skin after, you know, while you're first starting it. But again, it's very gentle. Always use an SPF with this. And I just love this ingredient, and I love that it's becoming more of a thing because it is such a powerhouse for hyperpigmentation of any kind. So go out and look for that ingredient, but if you're looking for one that is a gentle form and you can be used in any skincare routine, check out Good Molecules. All right. Now, number 4 is Baltic Amber. This is actually a new one for me, and I really don't think that is going to be as big as others say it is. It is an antioxidant, so if you are sensitive to vitamin C, you can go out and look for products that have Baltic Amber in it, because it is, again, a vitamin C, so it's going to do all the things an antioxidant normally would do. So protect you from environmental pollutants and you know, sun damage and things like that. But it does great things for collagen preservation, as well as it helps to potentially firm the skin. It's an ingredient that doesn't have a lot of research on it, as the other ones have that we've talked about. It has quite a bit of research on it. This one is fairly newer to the market, so just take a look at it. But again, it's going to be something better for if you are having struggling issues with vitamin C. Okay, so this one, number 5, this is Polyglutamic Acid, and this is actually compared to hyaluronic acid and can be combined with hyaluronic acid for overall hydration, plumping the skin. It's a surface plumping. It's not something that's going to last forever, but it's basically going to give you that plump, juicy skin. It is a humectant, so it's going to draw in moisture to the skin and really plump the skin. It does bind to water just like hyaluronic acid does, but it doesn't penetrate the skin. It sits on top of the skin. So that's why it's great to be combined with hyaluronic acid, because hyaluronic acid has a couple different forms usually that can penetrate the skin a little bit. This one sits on top. Hyaluronic acid sits a little bit underneath, and they kind of work together to plump fine lines, wrinkles, kind of superficially, all right? It's an interesting ingredient. I've been hearing a little bit about it, and it's interesting to hear that this is on the list. It forms a hydrogel film, preventing water from evaporating. So again, it's going to be great for your dehydrated, dry, or normal skin. Obviously all skin types, but that's who it's going to really be beneficial for. All right, we have 2 more to look out for. This one has actually been on the list since I think 2 years ago, and it's pre and probiotics. We talked about it. I have a mask that I absolutely loved from Algenist, but they're not cruelty free, and it is a beautiful mask, but that was like the best way to get pre and probiotics into the skin. The reason why pre and probiotics are fantastic for not only internal health, but also too for external health on the skin is it balances the microbiome of your skin. So if you don't know, we have little bugs on the skin. They're totally harmless, but they keep our skin in balance. They keep our barrier protected. And when that's disrupted, a lot of other, you know, skin conditions can come from that. So adding in prebiotics or probiotics into your skincare routine will really help balance out that microbiome. It's also great for itchy prone skin that feels tight, and it rebalances the skin. Really great in a mask or in a moisturizer. Those are really where you're gonna benefit from these ingredients. You can use them during the day, but also at night. It's so important to use something like this because it rebalances the skin, obviously. And that's the time of day that our skin is the most regenerative and is more accepting of ingredients. So if you're gonna use a mask, or if you're gonna use a sleeping mask with this in, or if you're gonna use a moisturizer at night, is gonna be your best bet. All right, the last one, Bacchiol. We again have talked about this forever, and this has been on the list, and the reason why it is because it is a plant-based retinol alternative. It does have quite a bit of research on it, on its effectiveness. It's great for all skin types, but it's great for people that are really, really sensitive to any other retinols. Retin-A, retinaldehyde, anything like that. You know, one of my favorite serums is from Biossance with their phytoretinol that has Bakuchiol in it. This ingredient has been around for 3,000 years, and Bacchiol is collagen supportive. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles, sunspots, anything that a normal retinol would be good for. This is what it would be also good for. You can use this morning and night. That's when it's most effective. Of course, we know also Herbivore has one, but I want to bring something up here because this is interesting when you really look into the percentages of Bacchiol in ingredients, and that's where this really, really plays a part, because people can say, oh, it has Bacchiol in it, but then it only has like 1%. That's not going to do what you need it to do. We're going to go back to Good Molecules. Good Molecules is killing it right now on a lot of things. They have their Bakuchiol oil blend for oily skin, but honestly, it's for all skin types, so don't let that throw you off. The reason why I love this one is you can, again, add this right into your moisturizer in the morning and at night. But it also has rosehip oil in it, which is also great for brightening the skin. It is really fast absorbing. I actually have this oil. It is very fast absorbing, and it is great for all skin types. Okay, so let's talk about the Bacchiol in Inky List. It's only 1%, so I wouldn't really necessarily go with the Bacchiol and the Inky List. It's just not high enough. I know a lot of you guys are going to be pulled to that. All right, let's talk about Acure. Acure, they have a radically rejuvenating overnight Bacchiol treatment. And basically what this is it's a overnight treatment with 2% Bacchiol, and I think this is a much better product than most, to be honest with you. The only thing I see is that it is the 7th ingredient, so it being 2%, I'm not quite sure how they're formulating that, but again, it is better for the price point if you're gonna go for that kind of type of ingredient where it sits in the ingredient list. But they just came out with a brand new one. Okay, so they just came out with a brand new serum called Radically Rejuvenating Dual Phase Bacchiol Serum. The price point obviously is great. It's $20. And this has Bacchiol Blue Tansia, which is fantastic for calming irritated skin, but also great for acne-prone skin. And it has probiotics in it, so it's something very interesting. I haven't seen this formulation by many companies yet. And Bacchiol in this one is, so it is again 6th ingredient, and so it's the 6th ingredient in this. But this might be a powerhouse for somebody that is wanting a little bit more to their serums, okay? So this one I don't mind at all, so something definitely to consider. Okay, so now let's talk about a brand called Elf & Beauty. It's a little bit pricier. I actually have been using their moisturizer for years. I love it. Their whole brand is around Bacchiol, okay? So that's something very interesting to see. So they have a new serum called the Plant Genius Survival Serum. It is $68, but listen, it has AHAs, it has glycolic and lactic in it, it also has hyaluronic acid and squalene, and it also has vitamin C, bearberry leaf extract, licorice root extract, which is all about hyperpigmentation, and then it also has Bacchiol in it. So if you're looking for a serum that is actually rather inexpensive with all of this in this to be used, this is a great product to look into. This is also a formulated without any kind of extra toxins in it. I love that the base of this serum is aloe. There is no water to dilute these ingredients. We really need to become savvy when we're looking at ingredients. All the other serums I just spoke about all have water as their first ingredient. So this, it has a base of aloe, which I absolutely love. Again, Bacchiol is about the 6th ingredient on this list, but the formulation of this is much better than most other serums. Reason being is because of the base. So this is one that I would be leaning more towards because it's kind of a one step and you're done. But again, all of their products, for the most part speaking, have a Bacchiol in them. So when you're doing your research on all of these ingredients, look at where the ingredients fall on the list, and that will really tell you where your money is best spent. So I hope you guys are excited about learning about these ingredients, seeing them in for summer and spring, and I think going to continue into 2021. There are others that are coming out, but these are going to be your big kind of marketing terms that you're going to hear, and now you know how to navigate it, I hope. So thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.